Thank you.
Emma, first, just your reaction to tonight's result and performance, please.
Well, we're disappointed. I don't know too many teams that come here and as brave as we were. There's no denying you have to survive in the first parts of the game. There's a huge crowd here, and it's an incredibly intimidating environment. I think my players managed all of the situations. They executed the game plan, and we grew into the game. And second half, I thought we dominated. And yes, there's going to be transitions. You're chasing a goal, etc. And I'm just really proud of the players. I'm disappointed just with the result.
Are you frustrated though? Is there an element of frustration? Because like you said, you did have periods of the game where you could have created more chances.
No, I'm not frustrated. I think for us, we're not going through because of the home tie. Nothing to do with here. It's very difficult to come here. I think if there was a little bit longer in the game, I think we would have gone on and won it. But I can't ask for any more. I don't know how many teams come here and put them under pressure. They were panicking. Could hear it on the touchline. Even their manager got booked. They're not used to that and that belief. I think for us, we have to keep finding in ourselves. And I think we're out of the competition because of conceding so early at home and not anything to do with here.
Thanks, Anton.
Hi, Emma. I just wondered how much you feel like your team's closed the gap. I know we've asked that question to you before, but really strong defensive display, and like you just said there, you felt like you could have gone on to win it. So surely that's huge progress from 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think when you lose the Champions final like we did 2 years ago, you can understand that first leg being a challenge in the first part of the game for our team. We've closed that now, and I think that today's performance was indicative of the team coming away and saying, hang on a minute, we're better than this and we're capable of more. I'm pretty certain the gaps are closing across Europe, and I think today's performance, as I said, evidence that. I don't know many teams that have come here and performed like that.
If we come across
Hola, Emma, aquí. Muy buenas. Felicidades primero de todo por la buena eliminatoria a pesar del resultado. Y me gustaría saber si consideras que el Barcelona, ya sé que se falta por jugar la otra eliminatoria, pero viendo el nivel del Barcelona, ¿crees que es el máximo favorito para ganar la Champions?
I don't think you can dismiss any team in Europe. Both Arsenal and Wolfsburg are fantastic teams. And I know our league, and if it is Arsenal that make it to the final, I'm sure they will give them a tough game.
Unlucky today. I just wonder, you made your changes kind of with 20 minutes to go. Do you, when you reflect on it, do you think it could have made a difference to bring them on sooner? What do you think about kind of how that kind of went in the second half?
Look, Pernille's played no football, so it's a gamble anyway, throwing her into a high-level, high-intensity game. You saw last week with Lauren coming on for 45 minutes. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of expectation, and the realities are everybody has to be on the same page, and you have to maintain a level of intensity that means... I actually think we made changes when we were on top. But sometimes you weigh that up. We're on top, so why are we making changes? But you've got game changers on the bench, and stick or twist, I still think we would have maintained the momentum. No, I have no regrets of anything we did today.
Hi, Ángel Pérez, Mundo Deportivo. 3 years ago, Alexia said when they lost against Wolfsburg that there was no distance. Do you think the same today against Barcelona?
I think that my dressing room believes a lot more in our ability as a result of these 2 games, and I'm pretty certain that the gap will keep closing.
Hi, Emma. Chelsea didn't register a shot in the first half, but equally Barcelona didn't have a shot on target in the first half. You said you were surviving, but perhaps not thriving.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to get that balance? And I know you just said you don't have any regrets, but do you
don't.
feel like you were too safe in the first half?
No, I don't. As I said, go and look at the previous results. They have an average scoreline of 4 goals here. Go and look at the results against Bayern Munich this year, Roma this year, Wolfsburg last year. I don't think you understand how challenging it is to deal with playing in this stadium with an unbeaten record in the last 4 years. And if I've learned anything in my career is that you have to stay in football matches. And you know, had they got a goal early on, it can be a difficult evening. So the fact that we were in that position allows the team to grow into confidence. And as I said, I can't have any criticism of our performance tonight. We're going out of the competition because of what happened in the home leg. Today, I think the better team lost.
What will you take from this?
I think it's more about the dressing room realising that they're beatable.
Thanks very much, everyone. Should we leave it there? One more? All right. Thank you.
Without some very important players tonight, do you think that the result would have been different?
I think we have to talk about the players that played because they were the ones that, you know, delivered the performance. So I think the injured players, you know, maybe they could have, but they weren't here. So I have to commend the players that took part in the performance because it was a tremendous game from the entire team.
Any more questions? All good. All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.